Caroline, Caroline. How many people do that? Or does anyone ever do that?
So I usually get Sweet Caroline. People usually sing Sweet Caroline to me. I feel like that's like my anthem.
Sweet Caroline. Also, that I forget what's the name of that Outcast song that people that where that came from. Have you ever heard the song before?
Yeah, I think isn't it called Roses?
Roses.
Yeah,
Exactly. Caroline, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just coming off a crazy New York Fashion Week. So it has been a week, but I'm so excited to chat with you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. I just want to jump right into it and talk about like New York Fashion Week. That has to be just overwhelming within itself. How was that experience?
It was great. I was going back and counting. I think this was like my 19th or 20th New York Fashion Week season, which is crazy. I started doing Fashion Week when I was in not high school, in college, through internships and things like that. And then when I worked at Teen Vogue and InStyle when I graduated. But it's good. It's like the Olympics of fashion or like our Super Bowl. It's just never ending, nonstop for a full week straight of shows and events and parties. So it's great. It's so much fun, but I'm definitely tired.
Oh, absolutely. Just with all of the activities and all the things that you're going through, I would be exhausted.
I am. I feel like today is like my first day that I've had the day at home just to relax and catch up, but I do still have two night events tonight, which is crazy.
Ooh. I mean, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
So fun. I love it. Like I love what I do. I would never change what I do for anything. I've always wanted to work in fashion since I was little, so I absolutely love it, but it's the Olympics. It's our Olympics.
Absolutely. Do you ever get like, let's say I can be wearing the hottest, right? In my head, this is the hottest outfit. And before I walk out that door, I will look in the mirror and be like, you look ridiculous. Do you ever get like that too? Even though like fashion is your thing, do you still feel like that and get like that?
So you know what? I mean, it happens to the best of us. Like I think sometimes when I'm going to sleep at night, I'll start planning my look in my head for the next day and like, oh, I'm gonna wear X, Y, and Z new piece that I got. And then when I put it on and I look in the mirror, it's maybe not as great as it looked in my head. It happens to all of us. Nobody is perfect. But I think during, over the years, I've gotten better at it and being able to like, what I think will work for me and for, my personal sense of style and with what I love. But it happens to the best of us, definitely.
Can you please give some advice to people out there that say that they are like, when it comes to fashion, they're a bit challenged? How would you go about, I guess, being stylish and putting together a good outfit?
I mean, it starts from just wearing what you love. I think there's a lot of noise out there right now, a lot of people telling you, okay, this is in fashion, that's out of fashion. At the end of the day, wear what you love, wear what makes you happy, what you like, start there. And I think that can take time because people are like, Caroline, well, I don't know what I like. I want to be told what I like. But it all starts with experimenting, trying different things out. Okay, am I a sequins person? Am I a high waisted pants person? Am I a low rise person? It's all about experimenting, taking time to figure out what works for you and just what you like, what you feel most confident in. I always say that I'm an emotional dresser. So, like, we had this chat today. I threw on some sequins. I feel like sequins make me happy, they put me in a good mood. So, gravitate toward what brings you joy, what sparks joy, what makes you happy and then go from there. There are no rules when it comes to fashion, so just have fun with it.
Caroline, you know what I realized? As long as you are confident in whatever you're wearing, that confident will exude and that will enhance your look about 10 times.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I think you can pull off any outfit with confidence. I truly, truly do. People comment on my posts all the time. They're like, you can wear anything, you look good in everything. I don't think that's true. I don't think I can wear anything and that I do look good in everything. I think it's that whatever I am wearing, I am super confident in my skin and I'm super confident in who I am and in the way I look and in my outfit choices. So I think that confidence makes people think, oh, she could wear anything. She could pull off any outfit. When in reality, I'm sure there's things that if I put it on, it wouldn't work for me.
I mean, let me tell you, the way how you're rocking the sequence right now. Come on now.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
How did you get started in fashion?
So I always say, like, I've always loved fashion and art and clothing since I was super young. I say, like, I can remember fifth grade is when I just always wanted to dress myself and put outfits together. And then in college, I studied fashion. And then on my summer breaks, I did internships, which I always
Hmm.
tell everybody, if you want to work in fashion, doing the internships is key to just getting your foot in the door and breaking in. And then when I graduated, I landed my first big girl job at Teen Vogue. And after that, I went on and I worked at InStyle because I thought I wanted to be like the next big magazine editor. That was the dream. And then while I was working there is when, social media was kind of becoming a thing, becoming what it is now. The word influencer did not even exist. It wasn't a thing. It was just blogger. And I didn't really feel like I defined with that term really. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I always had this like colorful, eclectic sense of style. And then I started writing my book, Making It in Manhattan, which is like a beginner's guide to breaking into the industry. And so eventually I was like, I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to try to just like become my own boss. I didn't know what that even meant. But with the help of social media, I was really able to connect with more people, reach, people all across the world who wanted to wear colorful, quirky, eclectic clothing like me, and have just really been able to like build my name and my brand. And I feel really lucky.
That's amazing. Do you get offended when people refer to you as an influencer?
No, because some people maybe only know me from TikTok or they only recognize me because of Instagram. And that's okay. Like I never get offended by anything because if you're following me and supporting me, like that's what means the most to me. Because people will meet me and then all of a sudden will be like, wait, you also have a book or you also do styling or you do this, you do that. And they just don't realize. And that's totally okay. I think for people outside of the industry, the word influencer easily summarizes it all, whether it's writer, stylist, fashion girl, like being like, oh, you're an influencer. It just kind of for them summarizes it. So I think I definitely do a lot more than just being an influencer, but I'm definitely not offended by the word.
So what made you decide to, I guess, bridge everything together into social media?
Honestly, it was like just there. It was really, this was 2015, 2016. Instagram was just there, Snapchat was just there, and I was like I always joke, I think I was always an oversharer. I look back at my old Facebook statuses from, like, high school, and, I think to myself, "Why was I posting every single update of my life? No one cared." So I think I was just always into oversharing. So give a girl who likes oversharing a platform where she can share on, and I feel like it's like a match made in heaven. So with Instagram, I just started sharing my work at, InStyle at the time, my life, the events I was attending. And it was just there and it wasn't too oversaturated yet at the time. I felt like it was only really Instagram. There wasn't other platforms. So it was there. It was also a great way to promote myself. So when I came out with my, website, Making It in Manhattan, and then my book, it just became a marketing tool that was free and that was easily accessible.
It's interesting because it's like for me, it would be completely overwhelming just oversharing everything, putting it on Instagram and let people watch and comment. Is that the case for you or no?
So it's definitely like my whole life, I feel like has changed since this, that young girl that like loved to share every detail of her life. I feel like now that I have built, my brand, I feel like I am more private a little bit now. Like
Mhm.
I kind of pick and choose now what I want to share and when I want to share it because it can be very exhausting. Like there are people judging you 24/7 and some people love you and some people do not like you.
It's
And
so funny. It's almost like they follow you to judge you and not say nice things.
absolutely. And it's hard. I mean, I'll never forget my first hate comment because I was so shook. I was like, why is someone writing this? I've no like I didn't understand. I didn't
Mhm.
understand why someone would possibly want to say something mean about me. And now obviously I'm like well versed and I totally understand how to deal with it. But it's definitely being on social media, you're opening yourself up for a lot of love and a lot of amazing people who want to support you, but you're also completely opening yourself up to people who can critique you, can call you out, can say not nice things. So it's a double-edged sword with that.
Tell us, what are you working on next?
Oh my goodness, I feel like there's so much going on at all
Give me
times.
the rundown.
Well, I feel like when I go through my mind, Fashion Week just happened, and then I'm getting married in less than 2 months. So thank you, thank you. So that has been like a whirlwind. I definitely one of my 2022 goals is to do more things like this. Radio, TV, maybe even a podcast in the future, who knows. More writing. I love to write. Maybe a second book on the horizon. I don't want to give too many things away, but there's always something new. I think that's what the beauty of what I do is every single day there's like a new opportunity coming, or like someone's watching you and then you get an email. Like things are always just happening. I feel like sometimes faster than you can keep up with it. So just being open to anything and everything that might come your way, you really never know.
Essentially, you're just doing you.
Really, I feel like I've gotten to a place, and I feel very thankful to say this, where I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And it's
Mm-hmm.
taken me a long time to get here with what we were just saying, like hate and, trolls and bullies online. So it's taken me a while to get here, but I feel very confident in where I'm at and in who I am. And I feel like when you get to that spot, you're kind of like, okay, this is me, this is what I'm doing. And then being open to good energy and positive energy. And you never know who's watching or what brand, is like, oh, we love her, we want to reach out and work with her. So when you're confident and you put confident energy out there, I feel like good things come your way.
Caroline, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you for having me.